Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Sorry, the camera's shaking. I'm just getting set up here. I have saved a spot for you because we are going to work on some Christmas crafts. And I know it's October, I know. But I also have noticed an uptick in people ordering Christmas digitals. So clearly my friends are working on Christmas journals and Christmas projects. So I'm going to join you. So I had previously just recently done this. I think I showed it to you. This journal, just a base blank journal with, what was it, 9 signatures. I've never done that before, but I really wanted it to lay like this, like really flat and have all this. This is fabulous. I highly recommend you try one of these. It's light as a feather. It's super light, but look at all of those signatures in there. Was it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And each signature is so small. Like it's only one piece of tea dyed paper, one vintage music sheet, and one vintage book page. That's it. That's each signature is really, really small. Because the intent was, like, look how much room I have. I really want to fill this up with some crafts with you. So for our junk journals. So I have like 10 ideas here. I have a bunch more in my head, but to get started, I'm going to pick a few of these to get us started today. So we're obviously going to do, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 videos. We'll see. We'll do a little mini series here. You know me, I don't usually know until we get started. So I have this template I just made in Canva quickly to do some ornaments. I wanted to do an angel. I want to do some hearts. I also did some slide, printed off some slides. You'll have to let me know if you would like this template and this slide, you know, like, or not a slide, I'm sorry, did I say slide? I meant like a Polaroid. If you would like that template, I'd be happy to add it to my coffee shop there so you guys can grab that for free. So let's, you let me know if maybe you already have something like this and you could care less. But if you would like it, you let me know and I will put it in my coffee shop. Okay. So let's start with something really simple and basic. And let's do some craft hearts. That's what I was thinking. So you can, of course, just make your hearts by folding your paper, but which I might end up doing. But I just thought I wanted this one to lay on top of this one with the border being the craft paper, which I suppose now that I'm thinking about it, we could probably just eyeball it. But I am just not good at cutting things straight or getting lines right, so I don't trust myself to do that. So I'm going to actually use a little template. You could use die cuts if you have them, which I need to learn my machine. I have a few now, but I haven't played with them yet. I just want some sort of a template to go by. And like I said, reason being that the second heart is just a little bit smaller, so that when I cut the craft paper with the larger heart, it's going to have a nice little frame. It's going to frame the smaller heart nicely. That's all. That's all. We have a guest. Our little Luna is here for sleepover. Her mom had to go to work in the city, so which is a 3-hour drive one way. So she leaves really early in the morning and gets home late at night. So thank goodness that's not a daily thing. But when she does have to go into the city, I am happy to watch Luna. It's not the same, you know, I could just go to the house and let her out to do her business, but that's not the same. She needs a little company too. And besides, her and Ruby love each other so much that they like to have sleepover parties here and there. Okay, so this is just shipping paper. Don't mind the noise for a second. just some shipping paper I got from my daughter from her Amazon order. Okay, so this is all I want to do. Just going to trace this. It's a really cloudy day. I'm sorry if it's not the best lighting, but I could put this on, but it's, yeah, then I have shadow, so let's just hope this is okay. Pencil, where'd you go? Right here. So this is the larger of the two hearts. Should do a couple at a time, shouldn't I? Tell you what, let's do that. Let me grab another piece. Oh, is it big enough? Should be. If I can hold that properly. So yesterday I went and set up my second booth at the antique market. Another shelf booth. It's a new section at the market. It's not the wooden shelves, they're white metal shelves. And just in an open area. So they're open to the one right beside you, on either side and behind you, which is completely fine because it's kind of neat when you're looking through and you can see through the room. I like that actually. Okay, so that's the larger of the two hearts. And then you can see where when I cut out something from just pattern paper, it will go on top, and then we've got this cute little border. Plus we have a backing for the paper. So let's see what we have that will fit. Try to use up some scraps first. Possible. This is from working on that Christmas journal, which is now on its way to Christina's house. Okay. So let's want something with a little bit of interest here. Oh, what am I doing? I want this one. Try to get a little room here, so maybe I can get a second one down there. Simple little crafts, right? And then of course we could add a sentiment to this later. What's that? Just. Oop. There we go. Okay, so let's keep these little heart templates somewhere. I guess in here for now. And I'll cut out these little hearts. I forgot to check the time before we got started. I wanted to see how long each of these crafts took. I guess I could look at my camera. My phone. There we go. Well, there will be one. Very simple. So again, another project just to use up our scraps. Always looking for ways to use up our scraps. So I'm just taking a scrap piece of paper and elevating it by cutting it into a shape. And I've lost my line. I don't trust myself to do that. I do not. So elevating it by cutting it into a shape for one, and then also elevating it by adding a craft border, and you could do any kind of color border, just something that's different from your, and you could do it the opposite too. You could do craft hearts with a pattern border or shadow, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it a border. Okay, so we have two pretty little hearts. So this weekend, the town that the antique market is in, where I have my two little booths, is in a little town called Waterford, and I used to live there. I don't live there anymore, but I lived there my entire life, basically. 50 plus years of my life I lived in that town, and it still feels like my hometown, although I haven't lived there for a couple of years. But anyways, my family's all kind of scattered around and about that town, close, some in, most of them outside, but everybody's pretty close. And then I'm not too far away now. We're all still in the same county, but this weekend is the Waterford Pumpkin Fest, and it is huge. Really good memories of the Pumpkin Fest. One of them being that my daughter, who is now in her mid-30s, won Little Miss Pumpkin when she was a baby. They have a little baby contest, and then they have a contest for grade 1s or something. So she won a little baby contest. And then what I had was just a simple little white dress for her. And she had these little white booties, little slip-on shoe type things. And my mom got some orange ribbon that we tied little bows on her feet and then put a little bit through the smocking of the dress. So that was her outfit. And then she just had a little toy that made like a scary sound. But anyway, she charmed the judges. She was very interactive with the judges. Very animated, and she made them all chuckle. So anyway, she won. And we got to sit on the Waterford Pumpkin Fest float for the parade, her and I. All bundled up. Of course, you couldn't see her pretty dress because it was cold, so she was bundled up in a snowsuit. But anyway, so we still have her dress. I still have it, and her ribbons, and of course she was in the program then the following year, and yeah, that was a long time ago. But good memories. Okay, those are cute. So I have this Christmas journal, and we're just going to start at the beginning. So what I would like to do is perhaps do something like this to get started. Does that fit? Maybe this is better. Yeah, that's better. Like that. Now, I don't know if I want to decorate that book page or not. I think I might, just because the wording isn't necessarily Christmassy. It's nice soft background pages. That's in the background, Christmas background. Okay, so what's going to be the best thing? This glue stick, do you think? Probably, right? Glue that on. Isn't that a cute, just that little snapshot of that collage paper right there with the stamp, the handwritten numbers there and there. That is, I just love that little snapshot. That's cute. And then this, of course, is the wallpaper part of the collage. Love it. Love it. Well, these are cute. Okay, well, there's a good upcycle project. You can upcycle your shipping paper, your packing paper. Just make these adorable little hearts. So, of course, they're good and crinkly, right, because of the paper. Super thin. Not going to bulk up our journal too much. And then we're going to do one here. What did I say, like this and this? That's cute. Let's start with that. I like it. I like it. Like that. And then this one I'll turn on an angle this way. That's cute. I like it. Now I intend to do more with the ornaments, same idea throughout the journal later on. But let's get started with this little bit. I'll go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. So that the points are you know what, I should then point this one. So that's pointing down here, shouldn't I? Yep. There, that's cute. That's a cute little first page. I like that. Now we can, of course, because this is a Christmas journal, I haven't done a pocket or anything yet, but this would be a good spot to do some sort of a sentiment or something. Have to get those snowflakes back out. I don't want to cover up the hearts too much. So let's see, something from our snippets. And you know what else would be really cute here? Would be a little person, like a welcoming committee to the journal. How about that? Let me find a little person. There they are. I knew it was one of these small ones. So let's see if we can find a wintry type. If not, I might have to open up a new packet. So I like to use this sparkly stuff for Christmas. I like my snowflakes. And then I have this little box of goodies. I have some ribbon. I have some really pretty washi tape. This washi is not sticky at all, so it's going to need a little glue. So what if we just did a little rectangle like that? And then that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So let's ink this first. Okay, and then I would like to glue that to this, square it off, and then we'll glue it to the book, to the journal. How's that sound? Like that. Looks pretty good. That. Oh, look at the messes we get ourselves into. I've got sticky fingers and stuff sticking everywhere. Okay, and then if he's going to sit kind of like right there, I will just have him sitting on, I'll just center his head there and just be happy with it. So that'll go right about there. How's that sound? Oh my goodness. I'm not a washi tape guy. I just had somebody contact me about partnering with them to unbox some washi tape and in exchange for like an ambassador program kind of thing. But I declined because I'm not a washi tape expert, so I don't feel right sharing a product with you that I'm not familiar with and I myself don't use that much. I mean, it was nice of them to reach out, and of course, when I'm turning my hobby here into a hobby hustle to support myself as an income, of course I would welcome ambassadorship programs, of course, as another income stream, but I can't do it in good conscience, so I'm just not going to. I don't use a lot of washi tape, so. Do I have some? Yeah. Do I use it? Yes, but not a lot. Not yet. I mean, that might be something I add to my repertoire. I just kind of center his head a little bit in there. So now he completely looks like he should have something to lean on. And let's just see. There. Now I'm happy with that. Okay, and then we'll pause here and then we'll do a part 2 of this video. Like, not a second video, but just I'll pause and then come back and do the second half. I want to pause instead of keep going because I want to go back and check this video to make sure the lighting's okay, because it's such a gray day. It's definitely cloudy. I see in Manitoba they had some snow. We haven't had snow yet. We're still, like, it was 5 degrees this morning Celsius, and it's still going up to double digits today apparently, going up to 15, which is still wonderful for this time of year. See the glue hairs. This is why some people say they work with Fabri-Tac all the time. Like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. You drive me nuts. All these little glue hairs. But what was the tip? Someone said rub some Vaseline around this nozzle, and then you should, was it Vaseline? I'm sure it was. All right, let's lay something on that to dry. And then we'll put some weight on it. Whoa. Here. Okay. All right. I will be back in a moment. Okay, I am back. The lighting seems to be just fine. Natural daylight is always the best light. So even though it's not sunny, it's still natural daylight. So we are going to continue on. So what is another idea from my little ideas here? So we just did the craft hearts, and how about we'll save ornaments for later. The slides we'll do later. How about a pocket tag? Those are always fun and they can go anywhere. So just see how this turned out. That's in there nice and secure now. That's a nice little welcome to the journal. I like that. Okay, so let's do a pocket tag. There's this lady. Here is some cardstock. Perfect. And then I need a piece of paper. Let's find some scraps we can use. This is a little bit wider than I would like, but it's not bad. It's non-directional. Actually, this is the way the wallpaper goes. This way or that way. But it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is just simply fold the bottom up. I think it's a little bit wide. So let's trim it a little bit. So how about let's use the, let's do a 3-inch tag. Seems like a pretty standard width, right? I'm going to glue something on the back here first, and then we'll cut our corners. So I need something that's going to cover. That is not going to cut it. That will work. I kind of like that with that love in the background. I like the colors. Let's do that so I can see what I'm doing. It needs to come up high enough so that that's covered. That's a guess. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. One thing that is coming soon to my Etsy shop is wings that you can print and cut. We get a lot of butterfly type of wings when, like, the die cuts from, but we don't often see actual angel wings. She's a little crooked, but that's okay. It's a junk journal. So I am working on a set of angel wings for us to use, and that'll be in my Etsy shop soon. There we go. That there, I like that. She's crooked. Do as I say, not as I do. That's okay. I'm going to be putting a person in here, so that's okay. Now I have my Tim Holtz dollies, but I also have my paper people because I did some that are a little bit bigger. I've seen other people use larger Tim Holtz dollies, but I've never seen them. So I don't know if they were discontinued or it's just not available in Canada. But I have never seen the larger Tim Holtz dollies. Okay, I like the look of here we have going. I like that a lot. So now we can just glue our sides down to our pockets. There we go. Easy peasy, right? But we're elevating a simple tag to a pocket tag. Again, elevating those basics, right? And where did I put my paper people? My guests in here. Yes, okay. So I'm looking for someone a little bit bigger. They are cute. I like that very much. Oh, she's wintry though. She's nice and wintry with her fur coat. She might be the winner. That's okay. Christmas is indoors too. Oh, one of my all-time favorites with the puppy. Love that one. I have the group. She's nice and tall and a nice contrast. I think I'll save her for a baby journal. So it's between these three. She's wearing a hat, which is great. I don't know. I just feel like she's wintry. I want to use her. We're going to be using lots of dollies in this journal, so let's just start with this. Okay, so she's going to slide in here nicely. What else can we put in here with her? I like that one better. Okay. And then some sort of sentiment across here would be great. This one right at the top is perfect. These are like such easy projects, and sometimes it's not that we need to learn how to do them, we just need a reminder to do them. We forget about all these little projects. So this journal is going to basically become a little book of ideas. Christmas style, Christmas version. I don't know if I'll be keeping it or selling it. We'll see. I don't know at this point. Okay. And this one, I think I just want to trim up a bit. And okay, so that's going to sit in there, her little poinsettias, which I think is lovely. And then we're going to add this, and now of course we need something on the top, some sort of a tassel or a bow. And I have a question for you guys. There's a name for this. What is it? I know there's a name for it. I have an off-white one as well with the gold fleck, but I really like this one here. Okay, so one thing I like to do with this is a multi-bow. So what do I have here? This is about 35 inches or so. And I'm just going to keep folding it in half. And half. And half. And then I'm just simply going to tie it in the center. Like that. So you've got this multi-bowy looking thing here. And staple or glue. Just a fun little bow. I'm going to glue it, I think. So just on the knot and just on either side of the knot. Glue hair. Oh, cannot stand it. I'm sure it's a sensory issue, but whatever. It just bothers me. And we'll just glue that to the top. Like that. Cute. Like that a lot. All right. So then, once that dries, we can clip it or put it in some sort of a tuck, a small tuck or belly band even. You can also glue it to the page, but I think would be kind of neat to, well, actually, you know what? I kind of do like just gluing this one to the page because this part's interactive. We can tuck things in it. How about that? What if we just glue it to the page like this? Well, let's do one thing per signature to start. Just to spread things out. Let's start that way. So here's the first signature. There's the next signature. So I could like glue it right here so that it's, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. And of course it's sticking out the top a little. Yes, you have to tell me, is there a name? I'm sure there's a name for that. I suppose next time I'm at the fabric store I could look, but did I go too high? Nope. With the glue. So I have a nice kind of border all the way around it. So there, even when that turns, you'll see something cute. Very cute. Okay, do we have time for one more? All right, let's do a paper clip flag. So this is where it's a good time to use up these red paper clips, because when else are you going to use them? Well, I know red's good with vintage, right? Let's do a couple. Should we do a couple? Maybe a red and a green. Let's see. So that's drying. Let's put this in here. So again, moving on to the third signature. Back to my folder here. See if we can find something with cardstock. So these are great little journaling cards, but I'm also going to be using them there's some more cardstock. I printed all of this ephemera out already. That's not cardstock. That is cardstock. Oh, he's cute. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, so very simply, we'll do a a large one. So this is wider than my paper clip. Your paper needs to be fit inside the paper clip. So I just need to trim this one a little bit. It's a little bit wide. Oh, right in front of my nose. And it might be a little bit long as well, but that's okay. Let's just get right over to the goodness here where the color is. Okay, now decide if you want your paper clip to clip onto your page this direction or this direction. So this way or this way. It's this, do that again. You see this opening up here? It's this long solid piece where we're going to be hanging things off of. So if you're going this way, you're going to hang it off there. So decide which side of the page it's going to be on. I don't really care at this point, but if it does matter, I'm just letting you know that you can take a look. All right, so this can just slide through and then go around the back, and we can glue that down. Now I like to layer them, and this one's kind of long, so I think I might trim it off a little bit and save that, but let's see what we're going to put on top. He doesn't show up very good. None of that shows up very good against this. What can we use? I'm going to use one of these. So I like this one right here. Sorry, my dogs were just barking at the newspaper delivery fella, doing their job. Good girls, go lay down. Okay. Oh, I should have kept that top border there to wrap it around, but that's okay. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going, I want this to show underneath like that. So I'm going to bring this up to here, let's say, wrap that around. Yeah, so I'm going to cut some of this off because I don't need it. Well, you can close the whole thing if you want. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just keep both sides. Just makes it stick out a little bit more, which is fine. Okay. So let's just glue that together. Well, no, I'm going to show you. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you the way I normally do it. I don't want to. So basically you just want some sort of a little lip over. It doesn't even have to be that big. But since this is white on the back, it's, so you can see what I'm doing here. Just gluing that right over top of the paper clip. Like that. And then this we can glue. Just slip that right over. So it doesn't have a very long flip there to glue over top, but it's enough because it's going to just get glued right to the paper, so it's not going anywhere. Could be a little bit longer, but that's okay. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then I like to make it like a flag. And you can just bend your little, don't crease it, but match your corners up and then decide how you want your tail of your flag to be, like that. Now you can also put tails on the top piece. You can add some lace or bling to this, and I'm just going to glue that down a little. Although it could be a secret journaling spot, but let's just glue it down a little bit. So there's one flag. These are so easy to do, and they're so cute. Just love them. So that's this one. And it just slides on like that. How cute. So cute. Yeah, I can't get to my gold pen right now, but you could add some little, you know, decor there. But no, I think that's cute on its own. And I'll do one more with the red. So this is kind of pretty. I like it. With the roses and the Christmas berries. I like this one. So I'm going to go the same direction here. So I'm going to bring that right over like this. We'll make this one a little bit, well, it's about the same size. Bring that over so it's got Christmas berries in the back. Nice. And then this we'll just cut, this is from the same paper, so it's going to match obviously. I kind of like this swirligig stuff here. We're going to, we'll bring it over right now. Actually, I think I want it more narrow. Just one second. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring this over just so I can get a sizing of how I want that. I would like those roses to show a little bit, so perhaps like that is cute. So now this is longer than that, which I don't really like. I'm just going to give myself a fold marker where to cut that. So cut that across. Now you can get super fancy here on the back. You can round your corners. You can whatever. You can do some sort of cut design. You can use your little trim, your corner rounder. I'm just rounding the corners a little bit. So let's get this inked up and then we'll glue it. And then we'll cut our flag tag bottom, whatever you call it. Little banner flags. Okay. And then this one. And then we could add a third piece to it if you want. Okay, let's start with this bit. Aren't these easy? They're so cute too. That's the first one. I love those roses. Okay, and then come over top with this. Like that. There, so that's pretty at the back too. Looks like it's not centered. It is not, but it's not that noticeable. Okay, and then your banner flag bottoms here. Match corners up, or just do it however you feel comfortable doing it, but I like coming up from the corner. Got my flag like that. And I think I'll do this one too this time. There, I like that look like this with the double flag. I think that's really pretty. Okay, now, like I said, you can glue this down a little bit. Just, it's nice that it has a little bit of lift on the sides, on the bottom, like that. And then you could add something to that. These ones are a little big. Got our handy dandy sentiment thing out here. So we could put something that's a little too blue. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll leave it. Although he would be cute, wouldn't he? Santa on there. So with that, I could trim that up a little small. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. What are we keeping? Ugh, although if he was fussy cut, he would look really cute on there, wouldn't he? I'll save him for something else. Okay. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed those 3 little quickie crafts. See how easy they are? They're fast. You could, another bulk make project. They would be great for a bulk make project. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments what you thought of these little projects. And if you have any ideas for little projects we can do, by all means, you let me know. I'll put this back further in the journal so it's not too close to the other one. Like so. That's so cute. So cute. You could, of course, add some ribbon to those. You could tie a bow off the top. That would be really cute as well. Like that. There's lots of stuff you can do. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. But I do just like the little flags like that. They don't bulk it up too much. So we did our banner flags with paper clips. We did our pocket tag. And we did our craft hearts. So wonderful start to this little Christmas series. Well, thanks for hanging out with me in my craft room today. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Let me know if you have any little projects you want me to try. So I have a list here. Pocket tags we just did. Paper clip flags. So I have vellum slides, the ornaments, clusters, a bunting, corners. I'm not sure if we'll do corners or not because we just did them not that long ago. Hidden paper clips and surprise belly bands. If there's something you want me to add to this list, you just put your ideas down and I'll grab some of them and we'll do a bunch. We need to fill this journal up. So if there's something you would like to see demonstrated, or if you just have a great idea, I'd love to hear from you and we'll get those added to this Christmas journal and share with everybody to hopefully inspire each other for our Christmas journals. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.